वो जादू टोना वाला माला पहनी है, बच के रहना। शिल्पा हमें जादू टोना वाला माला पहनी
ये सीक्वेंस है ना, इसको यही रखेंगे अवार्ड वाला। नहीं मतलब अवार्ड पीछे रख देते हैं, किसी को बोलेंगे उस टाइम हम लोग अवार्ड अरेंज कर लेंगे। है ना भाई? Good morning. A very good morning and warm welcome to our Honorable Chancellor, Mr. Shekhar Sir, Chief Guest Professor Dr. N.P. Ramanna Rao, Honorable Director, NIT Raipur, Special Guest, Mr. Suraj Tripathi, CEO, Witsa Hospitals, Raipur. A very good morning and a warm welcome to our Honorable Chancellor, Mr. Shekhar Sir.
Hello, a very good morning to Honorable Chancellor Mr. Abhishek Agrawal sir, Pro Chancellor Mrs. Divya Agrawal ma'am. A very good morning to Honorable Chancellor. Arya sir, can you hear our voice, sir? सर को सब सुनाई दे रहा है पर जो बात कर रहे हैं अब नहीं बात
आपको पता होना चाहिए,
नहीं
पता चाहिए।
लेकिन सर को सब सुनाई दे रहा है, दैट फॉर श्योर। अब मैं कुछ नहीं बोल रही हूँ।
हमारे जो गाने थे ना सब
सर मजे ले रहे होंगे ना अपने गाने में।
सब मिल रहा है यार। इसको थोड़ा ऐसे रखना, ऐसे रखना
सर मेरे को दिक्कत नहीं है। हाँ यहाँ ठीक है। तेरा मेरा तेरा
इस वाले में नहीं बोल रहे हैं ना अपन, इसको हटा दे मैडम। अच्छा नहीं लग रहा,
बीच में ठीक लग रहा है, मेरे को देखेगा।
सर सुनिए ना, विनीत सर। सर वैसे भी बहुत लास्ट में है सर, 1-1.5 घंटे क्या करेंगे?
हाँ सर आप गाना सुनो, हाँ गाना सुनो सर, मैं गाना गा रही हूँ। चपक चपक के चलती है कभी कभी। सर आप कौन सा गाना सुनना चाहेंगे सर?
विनीत सर हम लोग कॉर्डलेस में बोल रहे हैं, इसको ऐसे कर देंगे तो कोई इशू?
सामने से कैसे दिख रहा है बता दो।
नहीं आप कैसे रहे?
अच्छा नहीं लग रहा ना?
अरे पर डिस्टर्बेंस हो रहा ना यार।
नहीं इतना रहना नहीं,
तुमको दिखेगा ऐसे?
चल जाएगा।
मैं तो चश्मे, मेरे को देखो, मेरे को please take their seats. We are about to begin shortly. कोई नहीं बैठा हूँ मेरे बाल
बाल पीछे कर ले, सबसे बाल खराब है। बाल
ठीक करते हो मैं तो थक गया अभी से ही
All the best. Extreme of affection. Okay.
मैम शिल्पा मैम तमन्ना राव सर आ रहे हैं
बोलना hold the seat ले लें, we are about to proceed. ये लोग क्यों घूमते रहते हैं यहाँ पे दिल्ली को? ये लोग एक जगह बैठे हैं, उनकी तो गंदा लग रहा है देखने में। यहाँ से लेकर सब दिखता है, यहाँ से लेकर आखिरी तक। ये लोग इतना ऑल द बेस्ट सब पीछे से करेक्ट स्टार्ट। Sarva Jnanam Tusa Vidya, which means all knowledge is indeed wisdom.
A very good morning and a warm welcome to our Honorable Chancellor, Mr. Abhishek Agarwal sir, Chief Guest, Professor Dr. M.V. Ramana Rao, Honorable Director, NIT Raipur, a special guest, Mr. Suraj Tripathi, CEO, Etsa Hospitals, Keynote Address, Professor Dr. Pareem Somani, CEO, London Organization of Skills Development UK, Pro-Chancellor, Mrs. Vidya Agarwal ma'am, Director General, Dr. B.C. Jain sir, Vice Chancellor, Dr. T. Rama Rao sir, Director Academics, Dr. Satya Verma ma'am, Director, Dr. Jain Naran sir, Registrar, Dr. Rupali Chaudhary ma'am, all the deans, head of the departments, faculty and staff members, research scholars, and dear students.
With immense pride and great enthusiasm, I welcome you all to the International Conference in CON26, theme Global Convergence, Business, Technology, Humanities, and Sustainable Development. Over the next 2 days, we gather not merely to present papers, but to exchange ideas, challenge assumptions, and build meaningful collaborations across discipline and borders. Today, 27 February 2026, marks the beginning of the dialogue that connect innovation with responsibility and knowledge with action.
Before we began this academic congregation, it is our tradition to invoke the blessings of Goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of wisdom, learning, and creative insight. And for the same, may I please request all the dignitaries and the esteemed guests to kindly lighten the ceremonial lamp in front of Lord Saraswati and seek her choicest blessings. या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिः देवै सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती दिष्टेशजाड्यां महा शुक्लां ब्रह्म विचारसार परमा आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीमभयदाम् जाड्यार्थकारां I extend a heartfelt thanks to everyone for doing the honor. And now may I please request all the esteemed guests along with our dignitaries to take their seats on the dais.
चेयर पुल कर देना, जाओ पीछे जाओ स्टूडेंट्स, गेट अप, चेयर पुल करके बैठा देना. As we continue with the inaugural ceremony of INCON 26, it is the time to pay tribute to the land that hosts us. Now, I request everyone present in the hall to kindly rise for the national song followed by the state anthem of Chhattisgarh.
वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलां मलयजशीतलां सस्यश्यामलां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्नां पुलकितयामिनीं सुमदलशोभिनी सुभाषिणी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुगदां वरदां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् कोटि कोटि कंठा कोटि कोटि पूजै विदकर करवाए अमलापनमानक बोले बहुबलधारिणी नमामि तारिणी त्रिपुदयवारिणी मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् तुम्हि विद्या तुम्हि धर्म तुम्हि विधि तुम्हि महिमा त्वं प्राणः शरीरे बहुते तुम्हि मा शक्ति हृदये तुम्हि मा भक्ति तुम्हारी प्रतिमा बड़ी मंदिर वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे गुरुवा दशप्रहरणधारिणी कमला कमलदल विहारिणी काली विद्यादायिनी I request everyone to please keep standing as we will continue with our state anthem. I request everyone to take their seats. In our rich Indian tradition, we express respect not only through words but through meaningful gestures. It is now the time to felicitate our esteemed dignitaries as a mark of our deep respect and appreciation. May I please request our Honorable Chancellor, Mr. Abhishek Agrawal sir, to kindly felicitate our chief guest, Professor Dr. M.D. Ramana Rao sir, with a bouquet as a token of gratitude. I request each one of you to please give them a huge round of applause. In the sequel, may I please request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. T. Rama Rao sir, to kindly felicitate our guest of honor, Mr. Suraj Tripathi sir, with a bouquet as a token of gratitude. Now, may I please request our Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Mrs. Divya Agrawal ma'am, to kindly offer the bouquet to our keynote address, Professor Dr. Karim Somani ma'am, as a token of gratitude and respect. I request each one of you to please give them a huge round of applause. These gestures are small in form, yet profound in meaning. Thank you all for gracing INCON 2026 with your gracious presence.
Now, as we move towards the address section of INCON 2026, where vision meets responsibilities and ideas begin to take direction. To formally set the context for this international gathering and outline for the academic spirit of this conference, I respectfully invite Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. T. Rama Rao sir to deliver the address.
Please give them a huge round of applause, dear all.
It's a privilege for Anjaneya University to organize the second international conference on global convergence
Business, Technology, and Humanities for Sustainable Development. On this occasion, I warmly welcome Dr. N.V. Ramana Rao, Director NIT Raipur, whose leadership the institute has achieved many milestones. He is also overseeing NIT of Andhra Pradesh. Sir, your presence is truly meaningful for Anjaneya University. Chancellor, Shri Abhishek Agrawal ji, whose visionary leadership has given strength to organizing this international conference. His commitment to promoting education across all sections of society, especially for the girl child, is commendable. In recognition of his efforts, the government of Chhattisgarh has nominated him as the Shiksha Prakost Education Cell Coordinator for Raipur. Welcome. Welcome, sir. I warmly welcome Sri Surat Tripathi ji, CEO ITSA Hospital. Sir, your presence has made this organization, this program very fruitful. I extend my cordial welcome to Honorable Divya Agrawal, Pro-Chancellor of Anjaneya University. Her guidance, innovative approach, and vision to take university to global heights, along with her compassionate and spiritual outlook, inspires us all. Thank you, ma'am. I also warmly welcome Dr. Parin Somani, CEO of the London Organization of Skill Development. She has been honored at Harvard University for her commendable work. And despite her daughter's ill health, she graciously accepted our invitation to be the keynote speaker. We deeply appreciate her dedication. Welcome, ma'am. I welcome my colleagues, respected dignitaries, Director General Dr. B.C. Jain sir, Dr. Jayan Narayan sir, Director Academics Dr. Sandhya Verma ma'am, Registrar Rupali ma'am, Director Bhagwan Tiwari sir, all deans, head of the department, students, faculties. I also welcome all the dignitaries, speakers from the different parts of the country, those who are assembled here. I want to tell you, there are 200 plus abstracts we have received, 500 plus registrations we have. So this conference is being organized in 5 parallel sessions where scholars will present and discuss their research. This discussion will lead to meaningful conclusion that will benefit future researchers. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to all to you in INCON 26 at Anjaneya University. So once again, thank you and welcome to you all. Thanks.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thought with us. Now it is time to privilege and we invite our Honorable Chancellor, Mr. Abhishek Agrawal, sir, to address the gathering. Sir, we request you to kindly share your thought with us.
Good afternoon, everyone. So today for INCON 26, our respected chief guest for today's program, N.V. Ramana sir, Director NIT Raipur. He is a young visionary leader who is leading Chhattisgarh into area of technological advancement. I welcome you, sir, today at Raipur. Our very special guest for today's program who has directly come from London and spending time with us instead of ill health of our daughter, Professor Dr. Parin Somani ma'am, who is the Director for Skill Development, London School of Skill Development. And we hope that your presence will empower our students. We have with us today CEO Surat Tripathi ji from ITSA Hospital, which is a new hospital which is working towards the development of Raipur, and it is very near to our institute. And we have a pleasure to have you, sir, with us today. Dr. Amitanshu Patnaik, sir, who is a scientist from DRDO and who is working with closely many institutions for the development of scientists and making keen interest in the students in this field. I welcome you, sir, over here. Dr. Bele Damodar Shenoy, sir, who is also a scientist and who is in the from the Institute of Oceanography from Visakhapatnam. I welcome you, sir, over here. We are a landlocked state, but we will definitely be honored to have you and learn about the great things about marine and oceanography. We welcome you, sir, over here. We have with us Naharji, is Director, Technical Consulting from Ernst& Young. We welcome you, sir. Our students will learn the art of management and different fields from you. We have the pleasure to have you here. And our dear VC sir, DG sir, our director sirs, and our esteemed dignitaries, all faculty members, researchers, scholars, industry representatives, and dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to address you all in this international conference on sustainable development. I extend my warm greetings and heartfelt congratulations to the organizing committee, which have thought of this topic of sustainable development, where conceptualizing and hosting this event at this academic institute become mere importance because now everyone is worried about our environment. Sustainable development is not just merely a theme for discussion. It is defining responsibility of our generation. We stand at a crucial juncture in history where economic growth, environmental preservation, and social equity just move forward together. The world today demands solutions that are innovative, inclusive, and environmentally conscious. Universities, therefore, carry a special responsibility not only to generate knowledge, but to guide society towards sustainable progress. Higher education institutions are laboratory of ideas, and we have to shape policies, nurture innovators, and prepare responsible citizens. So I'm pleased to see that our university is actively contributing to this vision by promoting interdisciplinary research, encouraging collaboration, and organizing international academic platform such as this conference. Last year also we had a conference in which our vision was how our Chhattisgarh will be in 2047. And this year we have concerned about our environment, and sustainable development topic is the key to this conference. Over the past few years, the university has demonstrated remarkable academic dynamism. We have organized multiple national and international conferences reflecting its growth, research culture, and commitment to global engagement. Such initiatives strengthen academic networks and enhance the institution's visibility at both national and international level. And I hope that our students, those who are participating, those who are not participating, should be benefited from this kind of conferences. I request you all to go through the proceedings of this conference, and if it is of any 1% also advantage or to you, or you are getting the topics 1% of your usage also, then I think this conference will be a successful for all of us. we are also lucky to live in a state where it is covered up with around 40% forest area, where environment preservation message we can give to all from this land. And I welcome you all to have a healthy and good discussion for this issue. And we hope that this conference will serve its motive for which it is being organized. I congratulate the organizers for their dedication and vision. Extend my best wishes to all the presenters and participants for fruitful deliberations and impactful outcomes. With these words, I wish the International Conference on Sustainable Development would be a grand success. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for addressing us with your kind words. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce a visionary leader in the healthcare sector, Mr. Suraj Tripathi, the CEO of ITSA Hospitals. With a dynamic approach to hospital administration and a deep commitment to patient-centric care, Mr. Tripathi has been instrumental in strengthening ITSA Hospitals as a trusted name in quality healthcare services. His leadership reflects a blend of strategic foresight, operational excellence, and compassion at the core of medical service delivery. Under his guidance, the institution continues to grow with a focus on innovation, ethical practices, and accessible healthcare for all. May I now please request Mr. Suraj Tripathi sir to kindly grace the stage, and I request each one of you to please give him a huge round of applause.
Very good afternoon to Chancellor, sir, respected Chancellor, sir, Pro-Chancellor, ma'am, Director, NIT, and the other distinguished dignitaries of the dais, as well as Dr. Dignitary and my dear students. It's a pleasure to be speaking in front of you, and I'm actually very impressed by the topic of this conference, which is Global Convergence, Business, Technology, Humanities for Sustainable Development. Friends, I will probably be speaking more to the students because we do have subject matter experts over here. So just to kind of put my impressions on this particular conference topic. So friends, you know that every organization, we are actually living in a world whereby it is very, very highly competitive world. Every organization has to, even for it to sustain, it needs to adopt to the new technologies. Do you agree with that? Okay. कहीं ना कहीं हमको एक दूसरे से आगे जाना है. आगे जाने के लिए हम लोगों पे कहीं ना कहीं डिफरेंशिएटर्स होने चाहिए. मतलब हम दूसरों से क्या अलग कर रहे हैं. This is a core thing. तभी आप अपने कॉम्पिटिटर्स से आगे रह सकते हैं. And this is true across all the verticals. In whatever verticals you are playing, we are playing. This is true for every vertical. What does it mean? जब आपको आगे बढ़ना है, अपना differentiators लाना है, so mostly if you would have seen, we depend more on technology. Is that right? Okay. अगर आप सर्विस इंडस्ट्री में हैं, आप मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में हैं, आप सॉफ्टवेयर में हैं, आप कोई भी वर्टिकल ले लीजिए. हमको अगर आगे बढ़ना है तो हमको कहीं ना कहीं डिफरेंशिएटर्स बनाने हैं और डिफरेंशिएटर्स बनाने के लिए हमको टेक्नोलॉजी पे काफी डिपेंडेंसी होती है. Probably a couple of weeks back, we had a big AI summit in New Delhi, whereby participants from 100 countries participated. But what AI means? AI is basically kind of इतना ज़्यादा उसका अभी जो शोर हो रहा है, शोर ही नहीं है, उसमें बहुत सारे एडवांटेजेस भी हैं. बट अगर आप उसको देखें तो उसमें जो आप जो अगर मैं इसको अपने ये जो कॉन्फ्रेंस का टॉपिक है, अगर मैं उससे रिलेट करके देखूं, जिसमें कि हम लोगों का सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट जो आता है, तो व्हाट इज एआई? अगर आप एआई के कंपोनेंट्स देखें, लार्ज लैंग्वेज मॉडल्स सुना आपने, जनरेटिव एआई, दिस आर द मॉडल्स, मतलब ये कुछ कंपोनेंट्स हैं जो एआई में है. एंड व्हाट दे नीड ह्यूज नंबर ऑफ प्रॉब्ली एनर्जी, मतलब इतना एनर्जी वो कंज्यूम करते हैं कि हम लोगों को उसके बारे में अभी चिंता नहीं है, बट डेफिनेटली 1 या 2 years डाउन द लाइन हम लोग को डेफिनेटली उसके बारे में सोचना पड़ेगा। इतनी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कहाँ से लाएंगे, इतने सारे डेटा सेंटर जो लगते हैं उसको, वो कहाँ से हम लोग उसको पावर सप्लाई करेंगे। तो यहीं पर सस्टेनेबल एनर्जी की जो बात आती है वो आता है। व्हाट इज सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट? Sustainable development is basically the economical development without depletion of natural resources. Do you agree with this? Okay. So हम लोग तो यहाँ पे हैं, and I'm sure that I will just going through some of the topics, and I think United Nations have come up with 17 sustainable goals, and oceanography is one of them. So I'm not going to go into details of those things. But there are subject matter experts, and I will not be kind of speaking much. So I'm sure that during this 2 days conference, you will learn a lot of things. They might not be immediately applicable to you, but they will at least expose you to the challenges that as a humanity, we are going to face in the coming future. Okay? So I hope that everybody attends all the sessions, and it will be a lot of full for thought that will be with you at the probably by tomorrow end of the day. Okay, and just as I said that I'll be addressing more to the students, you will be stepping into your professional life, and I always keep one thing: don't work to get your salary. Work to earn your salary. You should be able to differentiate the difference between get and earn. So with this note, I thank you. I thank you, the university, for inviting me, and it has been a pleasure getting associated with Anjaneya University for this conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your words of wisdom with us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my privilege to introduce our chief guest, a distinguished academic leader and an eminent civil engineer, Professor Dr. N.B. Ramanna Rao to you all. Professor Ramanna Rao is currently serving as the Director of National Institute of Technology, Raipur, and is also holding additional charges as the Director of NIT Andhra Pradesh. An accomplished academician, he holds a BE from Osmania University, an MTech from IIT Delhi, a PhD and a postdoctoral research credentials from the University of Wales, Swansea, UK. With an illustrious career spanning decades, he has served as the Director of NIT Warangal, Rector of JNTU Hyderabad, and held several key administrative and academic leadership positions. He has authored 3 books, published 186 research papers in reputed journals and conferences, and has guided more than 80 MTech scholars and 13 PhD scholars. A recipient of numerous prestigious awards, including the Eminent Engineer Award, Arthur Cotton Memorial Prize, Professor Ramanna Rao's contribution to civil and structural engineering are nationally and internationally recognized. May I now please request Professor Dr. N.B. Ramanna Rao to kindly grace the stage and officially declare the conference open. I request each one of you to please show your enthusiasm.
Thank you very much. At the outset, let me thank the organizers for inviting me to this international conference on global convergence, business, technology, and humanities for sustainable development. The very distinguished Chancellor of Sri Anjaneya University, Sri Abhishek Agarwalji, Pro-Chancellor Divya Agarwal, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. T. Ramarao, Dr. Palin Somani, CEO of LLP, United Kingdom, Dr. from Pizza Hospitals, and Jain from Anjaneya, and my dear participants. At the outset, let me at first apologize for coming late. There was some urgent topic. There's a meeting I had to attend, so I'm very sorry for that. Anyway, all is well that ends well. So when I actually saw the topic of the international conference, excellent topic, because business, technology, and humanity are the three pillars that, when working in synergy, create a holistic and robust path towards sustainable development. We just heard what is sustainable development, and alone, if you see business alone, technology alone, humanities alone, they have limitations, but together they provide the why, how, and the what. In fact, because I am coming from technology side, we have been talking about sustainability day in, day out, because green tech and renewables like advances in solar technology, wind, battery storage are making fossil fuels obsolete. Of course, we are reaching goal and all that, but they become obsolete after some time. They become finished. They're finished. So we have to think of new ways of generating energy, and our Prime Minister has come out with the idea of Harghar Surya Yojana, solar. So that is a very good option. And we have smart grids to optimize this energy distribution and reducing waste. In IIT Raipur, we are also uh, developing AI tools and IoT tools, such as Internet of Things, for using its sensors in agriculture, which can reduce water usage by up to 30% by watering only when and where needed. So that is a need today. These are all scarce resources, and if we don't keep them for our future generations, then we are not making it sustainable. So our responsibility lies how to take care of our future generation, not exploit everything for ourselves, and then our future generation, our children, they are deprived of the basic needs. Similarly, coming to artificial intelligence, we have been talking, there was a seminar in Delhi, 16th to 19th of December. The Honorable Prime Minister had initiated several initiatives. India wants to be a global leader in AI. And this AI is now being used to model climate change scenarios, optimize supply chains to reduce emissions, and track deforestation in real time via satellite imagery. Chhattisgarh is a rich forest area, but deforestation is also an issue. So we need to take account of that, and we have to make use of resources democratically so that everybody is benefited. In fact, uh, when it comes to humanities, how it is going to impact the sustainable change. So that's where we have something called as behavioral change, how you behave. So sustainable development isn't just about better technologies, it's also about changing human behavior, understanding culture, psychology, and social norms is essential. People to adopt green habits. People want to adopt things which are easy to, but there are some technology like green technology, and our honorable Prime Minister said 20 which are green, uh,
spans women's empowerment, youth development, mental well-being, and lifelong learning. Dr. Sumani's impact has been recognized through multiple international awards and honors, including the prestigious Global PJ titles, where her humanitarian mission was celebrated alongside her leadership. I request each one of you to please give her a huge round of applause as we call her to address each one of us.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege and my honor to be in front of you. I want to say a very warm welcome and greetings to the Chancellor, our young and energetic Chancellor. What I had in my mind, my perception is completely changed when I saw the young and a very beautiful Pro-Chancellor with the Chancellor. I also want to say a big thank you to the Vice Chancellor, our chief guest, our all the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and all my beautiful researchers, scholars, professors, all the young fellows, my colleagues, and my beautiful students. This is a day that how we can sustain in this era of climate change, in the era of sustainable. It is a truly and a privilege and an honor to stand in front of you today as a keynote speaker at this international conference. I would like to express my gratitude and my sincere appreciation to all the organizing team for working very hard and making this conference a very success. While I've listened to all the eminent speakers very carefully, I was listening, each and everyone has said something which has touched me, and I'm very sure it would have touched you, about the sustainable. Right now, we should be looking forward for our future generation, how we can save the electricity, how we can think of the ecosystem, and how we can make a difference in the society. Today, I would like to share my topic on the sustainable innovation for the human-centered future. I would like to begin with a simple thought that innovation is not only what we think about. Innovation is all about what we create. And the main important thing is that innovation is about how we can benefit. It's not just we create something, we do something, but there is no benefit. What are we going to gain out of it? For many years, when we spoke about the innovation, we focused about the technology. We talked about the productivity and the growth. We also spoke about the new machines, productivity, software, new system, and new platforms. But this development, that has undoubtedly transformed in our new world. The era of technology, the era of digitalization. However, we now live where the technology advancement is alone not enough for us. Our world is facing serious challenges and interconnected, many unexpected challenges which we all know about it. Our world is facing many things which we are unaware of it, and many things we know, but we want to help, but we cannot do that. We are facing climate change. We are facing the growth of the societal growth. We are also facing the environmental degradation. We are facing mental health challenges. We are facing skill gaps and a digitalization divides. We are also facing the uncertainty about the future of work and the human well-being. So today, the real question we should be thinking of asking ourselves, how innovation are we working on? The real answer is, do we think what we are looking into the society? Our responsible is to inclusive the human focus centered in our innovation. And this is why I strongly believe that the future of innovation must be of the human centered, not the sustainability driven. Let me first of all talk about what I meant by sustainable innovation. Sustainable innovation is not simply about creating greens and creating something which we can reuse or renewable energy, although these are very important. The sustainable innovation is about designing solution that improves human life today without harming the ability of the future generation. It is all about balancing in three very important things which I would love to share how we can help our innovation. Number one, people. Number two, planet. And number three is prosperity. And the human-centered innovation means that the people are placed at the heart of every decision. People are not controlled by the technology, but the human-centered future. Technology supports people. For a very long time, innovation was measured mainly by the speed and the scale. How fast we can launch a product? How quickly can we grow a business? How large today we think and we ask, does this innovation does it strengthen the communities? Does it create the long-term values? Because the innovation that damages society or nature cannot be called a true progress. One of the most important changes we must make is to move away from the extracting the growth model. For decades, development followed the simple patent, and we extract resources, we produce goods, we consume rapidly, and we dispose of waste. This inner model has created enormous environment and the societal change with the pressure. And we now need to move forward, regenerative and a circular system. Are we all ready? Are we there? In a circular system, products are designed for to last longer. They are repaired instead of replaced. They are reused instead of discarded. The materials are covered and recycled. But sustainability is not only about materials and energy. It is all about people. It is also about people, but it's about fair work. It's about dignity. It's about inclusion, and it is about opportunity. So human-centered innovation begins with empathy. Empathy means we genuinely try to understand how people live, what they need, and what challenges they face in their day-to-day life. Mainly, well-designed technology fails because they do not fit into the real human criteria, real human behavior. They may be technically excellent, they may be scientifically advanced, but they are not socially or culturally aligned together. And so we want to make the innovation, the power to be a successful in the market. We must listen before we design. We must observe before we build. We must understand before we implement. I would like to share a very simple and a practical human-centered framework for sustainable innovation. It is based on the 4 pillars. The first pillar is ethical design. Ethical design means that we consider the social and the moral consequences of our innovation from the beginning. We must ask ourselves, will this technology exclude certain groups? Will it increase inequalities? Will it reduce human agencies? Will it compromise privacy or dignity? Will it replace human connection with automated convenience? Ethics should never be thought of it or should be thought after the thought. I said thought after the thought. Why? Because ethics must be built into innovation from the earlier stage for the researchers and for the development. When ethics guides innovation, what the early stage can happen when we are building, the trust increases. When the trust increases, the adoption and the long-term success also increases. The second pillar we talk about is the inclusive participation. Innovation cannot be created only by experts or by engineers or by executives. True sustainable innovation requires the voice of, it's beautiful, the voice of local communities, women and the young people, people with disabilities, marginalized population, and informed sector workers. So when people participate in shaping the solution becomes more relevant, more acceptable, and more sustainable. Inclusive is not a charity. Remember, inclusive is not a charity, inclusive is intelligence. Because people who believe with problem every day understand that problem or those problems better than anybody else. And the third pillar, regenerative and a responsible business model. So business plays a vital role, a very powerful in shaping the society. But today, business success must be identified and defined differently. How? It can be measured only by profit margin or a shareholder returns. But organization must understand and also measure, number 1, environmental impact, number 2, social well-being, number 3, community development, and number 4, long-term resilience. A generative business model does not simply reduce harm, it actively contributes to the restoring ecosystem, empowering communities, and strengthening the local communities and local economics. This approach creates shared prosperity rather than concentrated wealth. It's very important. And number 4, That is a cross-disciplinary collaboration. That means the problem of our world are complex and are interconnected. Climate change is not only an environmental issue, it is also a social, economic, political, and ethical issue. Public health is not only a medical issue, it is also an education, housing, and a policy issue. Education is not only a teaching issue, it is also technology, equality, and access issue. Therefore, sustainable innovation requires collaboration between different disciplines. We need engineers working with social scientists. We need technologists working with educators. We need policymakers working with entrepreneurs. We need community leaders working with researchers. When knowledge is integrated, innovation becomes more powerful. Let me now share you some practical examples. In healthcare, digital health tools only succeed when they design for the real world condition. They must work in a low connectivity environment. They must work in a way they are able to communicate with the local languages. They must be supported by the trained health workers. They must respect cultural belief and practices. Technology alone cannot improve health conditions or health outcomes. Human system makes technology more effective. In education, online platforms expanding rapidly. We all see that, but technology does not automatically create access. If a student do not have device connectivity, quiet learning space, or a digital literacy, the gap widens instead of closing. Human-centered educational innovation must therefore focus on accessibility, support system, and mentoring, not only content delivery. In a clean energy, renewable technologies succeed only when communities are involved, when local people are trained to operate and maintain systems, projects become sustainable. And when communities participate together in ownership and in decision making, trust will grow. And when trust is growing, that time the economic benefits remain in a local area, but they are also accepted by the social acceptance can increase. This example shows that one important lesson that human needs, behavioral and a local context determines whether innovation truly works. So behavioral insight is also critical. People do not always change their behavior simply because of better technology exists. Today we have got a nice juice machine, and within a couple of months or couple of years, we will find a new machine there. What does that mean? Do we throw the old machine away? That's what the change happens. People do not always change their behavior. Simply, they are looking for the better connectivity, better technology. They change when the solution fits their routine, values, and constraint. For example, people will not use sustainable transport if it's not safe. If it's unsafe, unreliable, or unaffordable. People will not adopt energy efficient appliances if they are too expensive, or they are very difficult to get on the market, or they are unaffordable. Therefore, innovation must be informed by behavioral understanding. That will help that will help to design, and that will help how many people actually live, not how we expect them to live. Can you see the difference? We are on their agenda of our communities, of our society. Innovation should be built up in a way that we understand them before we design or before we build. Universities plays a central role in shaping human-centered future. You are educating the future scientists, engineers, entrepreneurs, policymakers, and educators, along with technicians, experts, students. But remember, they must develop ethical awareness, system thinking, empathy, cultural behavior, cultural sensitivity, and a global responsibility. Future professionals must learn to ask deeper questions, not just for the sake of it. They should be asking what is required. Right now, our knowledge has become very, very low because what we rely on ChatGPT. ChatGPT is your mother. When my daughter is unwell, I'm telling you the real story. When my daughter is unwell, she'll not ask me, Mom, what I should do. She will quickly go in and ChatGPT and check it out. I'll give you a very simple example. I was just coming here and I was asking my daughter how big I was trying to fly with the Indigo, because in London we have started getting the Indigo, and I like Indigo Airlines. Since Air India things have happened, which has saved our life. You all know that. So I told my daughter, what is a policy criteria about bringing luggages? Because I come with less, but I go with more. This is the way I am. So I said, we need to find out. I said, go on the website of Indigo and find out. You know what she told me? In a flick of a second, not even a half a second, she's saying, Mommy, you can take 30 kilos, or if you are in a business class, you can take 46 kilos. I said, how did you find out in a second? ChatGPT. That's it. ChatGPT. Nothing more than that. So that's what our brain is being taken. We don't want to think more than our boundaries. So who benefits from this innovation? Who might be excluded? What long-term impact will this create to our children and our future generation? What unintended consequences might arise? And this is how responsible leaders is. This is what our new leaders are going to be developed. We want to give them the awareness. And another major transformation we must make is how we measure our success. Traditional performance indicator focuses on the output, on the short-term results, but sustainable goals, sustainable innovation requires multi-dimensional measurement. We must measure, number one, environmental improvement. Number two, social inclusion. Number three, cultural preservation. And number four, economic stability. What we choose to measure determines what we choose to optimize. If we only measure profit, we optimize for profit. If we measure human and planetary well-being, our innovation will be completely different. Now, leadership plays a critical role in enabling sustainable innovation. So leaders must create organizational culture that supports experimental learning and reflection. They must encourage their team to think for the long term. They must protect ethical decision making even when it is difficult. Sometimes leadership means rejecting opportunities. We all know that are financially attractive but socially or environmentally harmful. Sometimes leadership means investing in projects whose benefits will be only be visible for there, but maybe there for many years. Sometimes this leadership is looking at the foresight. I would like to emphasize something very important, one thing here, that sustainability does not limit innovation. Why? Because sustainability improves innovation. When innovation works without environmental and social boundaries, they become more creative. They search for smarter materials. They design more efficient systems. They develop inclusive solutions. They create products that last longer. Constraint can inspire better ideas. So sustainable innovation is not the responsibility of one sector alone. Government must create enabling policies. Universities must generate knowledge and skill. Industry must integrate responsibility into strategy. Communities must be empowered as a co-creator, and a civil society must hold institutions accountable. So progress only becomes sustainable when all actors, all communities work together. I would like to share a very brief about a reflection in my personal journey. So through my journey in education, leadership, humanitarian work, I have learned one very important lesson. Real transformation does not begin with technology. Real transformation begins with compassion. When innovation is guided by empathy, it becomes a powerful tool for peace, resilience, and human dignity. We are now living in a critical decade. The decisions we are making today will shape the future of our new generation. The way we design our technologies, cities, industries, education systems today will define the kind of world our children inherit. Therefore, I believe that sustainable innovation is not an option, it is a responsibility. I would like to conclude my keynote with a clear and a simple call to action. And what is my call to action is very important, which I would like to say, call to action, let us design with empathy. Let us build with responsibility. Let us innovate with foresight. Let us place people at the center of progress. And let us respect the limits of our planet. Let's collaborate together. Let's collaborate across the disciplines, culture, and sector. Because a truly future-ready world will not be built only by the smarter machine, it will be built by the wiser human brain, with the wiser human choice. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for inspiring us with your words. Now, we proceed to a significant movement of INCON 2026, Conference Souvenir. The Conference Souvenir is not merely a publication. It is a reflection of collective scholarship, research contribution, and the intellectual spirit of this gathering. For this, I request Research and Development Dean Dr. Vidit Meshram sir and Dean Faculty of Management Dr. Jay Kumar Devangan sir to please join us for the release of Conference Souvenir. I may also request dignitaries present on the dais to kindly join for the release of Conference Souvenir. I would also like to thank our sponsor, ITSA Hospital, and Chhattisgarh Council of Science and Technology, and Ashirwad Blood Bank. Thank you so much, all the dignitaries. This souvenir will stand as a documented memory of ideas exchanged and collaboration initiated during this conference. We now move toward the significant segment of INCON 2026, the award distribution ceremony. Recognition in academia is not merely about achievement. It is about sustained commitment to inquiry, innovation, and intellectual integrity. At this conference, we are proud to honor excellence under three distinguished categories. The first category is Research Academic Excellence Award, Pioneer Excellence Award, and Industrial Excellence Award. These awardees being honored today have been selected through meticulous evaluation process conducted by an expert review committee. Each nomination underwent careful assessment based on the predefined academic and research benchmark.
Our first category is Industrial Excellence Award, and this award is being presented to Mr. Manu Nahar sir. May I please request Mr. Manu Nahar sir to come in front of the stage? Mr. Manu Nahar is a seasoned consulting professional with over 15 years of experience. We honor Mr. Manu Nahar sir for his outstanding contribution to industry excellence, technology-driven governance, and public sector transformation. May I please request sir to get on the stage and collect his well-deserved recognition.
In the second category of academic, we have Pioneer Scientist Award. In this award, our first awardee is Dr. Gulab Chand Arya sir. I request sir to please come in front of the dais. Dr. Gulab Chand Arya is an assistant professor at the School of Biotechnology, KIIT University, and a recipient of the prestigious Ramalingam Re-Entry Fellowship from NIPGR, New Delhi, and pursued advanced postdoctoral research under the Indo-Israel Fellowship. His research focuses on the plant cultile biology and plant pathogen interaction, with publication in leading international journals. His current work aims at developing surface-based disease resistance in foxtail millet for sustainable crop improvement. I request sir to please. Congratulations, sir.
In the same category, our second awardee is Dr. Deepthi Chandrakar. I request Dr. Deepthi Chandrakar to please come in front of the dais. Dr. Deepthi Chandrakar is an assistant professor in the Department of Biotechnology at Anjaneya University with over a decade of academic and research experience. Her expertise lies in biochemistry and chronobiology with a special focus on the impact of school timings on adolescent health. She has contributed significantly to the scientific community through research publications, presentations at more than 28 national and international conferences, book chapters, a published book, and a patent. In recognition of her outstanding academic and research contributions, she has received prestigious honors including the Swami Vivekananda Research and Innovation Excellence Award and the Young Scientist Award in 2026. We are pleased to honor her. Ma'am, please get on the dais and collect your recognition.
In the next category of research and academic excellence, our first awardee is Dr. Madhvi Tiwari ma'am. I request ma'am to please come in front of the dais. Dr. Madhvi Tiwari is an assistant professor in the Department of Applied Science at Sri Rawatpura Sarkar University, Raipur. With over 7 years of teaching and research experience, her expertise includes bioremediation, bioplastic production, and bioprocess engineering, with a special focus on microremediation for environmental sustainability. She has published several research papers, contributed book chapters, authored international books, and hold multiple patents. In recognition of her consistent academic and research excellence, she was honored with the Research Excellence Award at the National Conference.
In the same category, our third awardee is Dr. Sachin Kumar Das sir. Sir, I request you to please come and take. Dr. Sachin Kumar Das is an assistant professor at Anjaneya University, Raipur, with over 8 years of teaching and research experience. His area of specialization is microbiology, with research focusing on antimicrobial and antioxidant activities of microbes. He has published research papers in reputed journals, presented his work at national and international conferences, and contributed to book chapters. He is also an active reviewer and a life member of the Microbiologist Society of India. In recognition of his academic and research contributions, he received the State Coordinator Award from the Microbiologist Society of India in 2025. We proudly recognize him, and sir, I request to please get on the dais and collect your very well-deserved recognition.
Congratulations, sir, on your remarkable achievement. In the same category, our next awardee is Mr. Daulal Sen, sir. I request, sir, to please come in front of the dais. Mr. Daulal Sen is an assistant professor and in charge head of Department of Zoology at Anjaneya University, Raipur. With over 5 years of teaching experience, his research interests focus on biodiversity, insect diversity, and ecological studies. He has published research papers in national and international journals, contributed to book chapters, and has a patent under process. He is also a life member of Zoological Society of India and actively participates in academic and research activities. We are pleased to recognize Mr. Daulal Sen sir for his dedication to teaching, research, and academic excellence.
I congratulate all the awardees and I request all the dignitaries to please take their seats. As we now approach to the conclusion of the inaugural ceremony of NCON 2026, we now move to a very special gesture of appreciation. A memento is not merely a keepsake. It symbolizes our gratitude and serves as a reminder of shared ideas, thoughtful dialogue, and academic collaboration. It is now my privilege to request our Honorable Chancellor, Shri Abhishek Agrawal Sir, to present a memento to our esteemed chief guest, Professor Dr. N.V. Ramana Rao, Director NIT Raipur, as a token of appreciation and gratitude. I request each one of you please show some enthusiasm and give them a huge round of applause. In the sequel, may I please request our Honorable Director General, Dr. B.C. Jain Sir, to kindly present a memento to our guest of honor, Mr. Suraj Tripathi Sir, the CEO of ITSA Hospitals Raipur, as a token of appreciation. In the sequel, may I please request our Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Mrs. Divya Agrawal Ma'am, to present a memento to our keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Pareen Somani Ma'am, as a token of respect and gratitude. I request each one of you to please give them a huge round of applause. Thank you so much to everyone for doing the honor. And as we have come to the concluding segment of this inaugural ceremony of NCON 2026, it is now the time to acknowledge the collective efforts behind this meaningful gathering. To formally express our gratitude to our distinguished guests, speakers, delegates, organizing committee, and all those who contributed to the success of this event, I respectfully invite Dr. Rajesh Kumar Sir, the co-convener of NCON 2026, to propose a vote of thanks. I request each one of you to please give them a huge round of applause.
Good afternoon, distinguished gathering. Honorable Chancellor, Shri Abhishek Agrawal ji, Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Mrs. Divya Agrawal, esteemed Chief Guest, Dr. N.V. Ramana Rao, Director NIT Raipur, Honorable Guest of Honor, Shri Suraj Tripathi, CEO ITSA Hospital, Professor Pareen Somani, Founder and CEO, London Organization of Skills Development, United Kingdom, Honorable Director General, Dr. B.C. Jain, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. T. Ramarao, Respected Director, Dr. Jayan Naran, Respected Director Academics, Dr. Sandhya Verma, Respected Registrar, Dr. Rupali Chaudhary, Director of Filmmaking, Shri Bhagwan Tiwari, Deans, HODs, invited speakers, distinguished delegates, sponsors, members of the organizing and technical committees, representatives from print and electronic media, faculty members, staff, students, awardees, ladies and gentlemen. It is my proud privilege and honor as the convener of the International Conference on Global Convergence, Business, Technology, Technology and Humanities for Sustainable Development to propose the vote of thanks at the conclusion of the inaugural session of this remarkable scientific occasion. I'm pleased to mention that this conference stands as a significant academic milestone with more than 500,000 registrations, a landmark by any standard. The conference aims to bring together diverse perspectives and collective commitment towards building inclusive, ethical, and sustainable global future. Because the integration of business, technology, and humanities is not optional, it is essential. And Anjaneya University has always been in the forefront towards its commitment for the development of sustainable timber. At the outset, I express my profound gratitude to the visionary leadership of our Honorable Chancellor, Shri Abhishek Agrawalji, whose commitment to academic distinction and global engagement have made this international conference possible. Sir, your unwavering support for research excellence and interdisciplinary collaborations continues to position our institution as a beacon of intellectual advancement. I place on record my sincere thanks to our Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Ma'am, Mrs. Divya Agrawal, for her visionary leadership and constant encouragement that inspires academic excellence and global engagement. I am profoundly grateful to our chief guest, Dr. N.V. Ramana Rao, Director, NIT Raipur, for enlightening address that set the tone for the meaningful dialogue and future collaborations. Sincere thanks to the guest of honor, Shri Suraj Tripathi, CEO, IPSA Hospital, for sharing valuable insights that further enrich the intellectual fraternity. I would also like to thank keynote speaker, Professor Pareen Somani, founder and CEO, London Organization for Skills Development London, for gracing the conference in spite of her pressing family commitment. I sincerely thank Honorable Director General Sir Dr. B.C. Jain for strategic guidance and unwavering support extended to this conference. My heartfelt appreciation goes to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. P. Tamarao, whose dynamic leadership and commitment to academics and innovation has made this international academic event possible. I extend special thanks to our Director, Dr. Jain Naran, Director Academics, Dr. Sandhya Verma, for that wise guidance and motivation. I extend my deep appreciation for Registrar Dr. Rupali Chaudhary for administrative strength and meticulous coordination that ensured the seamless organization of this event. I would like to thank our distinguished delegates, researchers, academicians, industry leaders, and participants for the scholarly contributions and also for the gracious presence. Development Corporation, Government of Chhattisgarh, ITSA Hospitals, Chhattisgarh Council of Science and Technology, Rajgharana Restaurant, Universal Fine Chemicals, and Ashirwad Blood Bank for aligning with us in the mission for achieving the sustainable development goals. My sincere thanks to the media representatives for covering this conference and helping disseminate its vision and outcome to a wider audience. And a very special thanks to my fellow convener, Dr. Jay Kumar Devangan, Dean R&D, Dr. Vineet Meshram, Dean Student Welfare, Dr. Pranjal Ghani, and all the deans for the tremendous effort put in and rising in unison for the success of the conference. This conference is not merely a platform presenting papers, it is also a forum for exchanging ideas, fostering collaborations, and strengthening our collective resolve to address contemporary challenges through research and innovation. Dignitaries, distinguished gathering, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to sign off with the hope and aspiration that the two-day conference will result in strong academic networks, promote knowledge exchange, and pave the way for sustainable research partnerships and policy impact, and that the intellectual energy generated here will undoubtedly extend beyond these halls, influencing research agendas, institutional collaborations, and policy discourse. Let this gathering not be remembered merely as an event, but as a milestone in our shared journey towards responsible global sustainability. Thank you very much.
As we bring a formal close to this inaugural ceremony, I would like to request each one of you to please stand on your respective positions for the national anthem. I request all the dignitaries, staff members, and your students to move for the lunch.